It's me. I am here. I am going on Instagram Live. It's me, Courtney. I used to go on here so much. Like, all the time. I felt like, and all like the singers and like influencers and stuff that I like, they would all do this all the time, and I felt like completely comfortable. And it was all strangers. Like, it wasn't like it was my friends talking to me and stuff. But now I do not ever do it. I don't know what it is. Once I'm in here, it's really nice, and you guys are all cool. But I don't know why. I just like, why don't I go on here? There's so many of you. Yeah, and then when I'm done, I'm like, that was so awesome. You know what it is? I think I'm hypersensitive about like parasocial musician or just like social media influencer people things. You know? Because then like the artist just like social relationship to like continue on. It's like a weird dynamic. It's kind of like how weird it is that I'm just like I'm looking at you and talking to you right now, but I'm just sitting here talking to my phone, you know? It's strange. But I do kind of miss it. Like, I just feel like we used to, like, kick it and talk and be more comfortable. Okay, yep, get the Poppy things out of the way. Go ahead. Everyone call me Poppy and all that stuff. It's okay. It's only been 5 days or 4 days, so you got another 3 to 4 days left before it like, it's already expired, but it's like, you know how there's like the sell by date and the eat before date? So like you can still eat it, but eventually you will get food poisoning. Wasn't that crazy? Yeah. I don't mean to be presumptuous. Like, it's not rude that the interviewer called me by the wrong... They don't fucking know who I am. They get like a card. Like, you know, obviously like my publicist comes over. It's like, we got Courtney from Spirit Box here. And like they schedule it in. And then like I heard them be like, we got Spirit Box next up and all that. And so I was like ready to go. I was already feeling a little bit like self-conscious because the thing that I was talking to was like a global satellite station for like hundreds of other satellite media companies. So I was like, oh my God, this is going to be so embarrassing if like no one has a question for me. And I'm just standing up here in front of like hundreds of interviewers, and then they're like, any questions? And then they just don't ask me anything. So I was already stressed out about that. And then when that lady called, first, I wasn't making a face at her calling me Poppy. I was doing this thing which I swore to stop doing in 2025, which was to stop being so self-deprecating. And then on all the interviews I did for the Grammys, I just like was so self-deprecating. Like it's just like something I can't help. I'm so uncomfortable with all of this. Like anytime someone would be like, please welcome Courtney and from Spirit Box, like doing a great job. And then I'd be like, I'm a piece of shit, actually. I suck. Like I just can't help it. I get so uncomfortable in the situations. So I was doing the beginning of my self-deprecation thing, you know, by being like, rock royalty. But I should have been like, fuck yeah. So I didn't do that. And then when they said Poppy, that was sickening. Like I was like, oh, don't say anything too crazy, because I don't know Poppy and Knocked Loose well enough to like go crazy on it. you know, like, I'm like, what if they don't like this? Like, what if they feel like I'm mocking their achievements? Because I wasn't. I was just like, I think this is very funny. It reminded me of, like, sorry, that looks so bad. Hold on. Just ignore this. I'm not being self-deprecating. It's really bothering me. Whatever. And so, yeah, it reminded me of that. Like, Charlie XCX was doing an interview and someone was like, what was it like writing the song Royals or something like that? And then instead of, like, being all, you know, shitty about it, she just talked about writing Royals and what that's like, you know, being a teenager from New Zealand. So I took that as my inspiration. And I think everyone left happy, right? We got Promotion of Poppy and Knocked Loose in there. I slipped a little Spirit Box and Courtney in there too. We all had a nice laugh about it. The lady didn't feel uncomfortable. I didn't want to embarrass her in front of hundreds of people who were her coworkers, maybe. It's not her fault. She just was given a card. So whoever gave the card, they sabotaged the whole thing. But anyway, I left that like in a happy way. Like, I was like, to me, that's very funny. Like, what's crazy is that guy, there's a lady that was interviewing Babyface that night. Same, like, different lady. And then Chappell Roan came by. And Babyface is like one of the most legendary songwriters in R&B, in pop. And she just was like, Chappell. And she just like left Babyface. That was crazy. But this wasn't crazy. It was fine. Are you seriously Tim's child from Under Oath? First of all, it's past your bedtime. I'm not going to say who you are because I don't want anyone looking at your profile. But first of all, if you're in Tampa right now, it's past your bedtime. And thank you for helping me pick up my outfit. I will never forget that. You kids picked out an outfit that was like, I was like, I gotta put some more layers on. You guys were very confident for me, so I appreciate you. That was one of the coolest experiences when all of you came, getting to watch all of you watch your dad and all of his bandmates' kids, all of their kids being there, watching their dads play, and all the moms. That was so cool because that was the first time that we had gotten to like be out really on tour again, and just to see them play in your guys' hometown, all their fans, and see all of you guys proudly watching. It was very inspiring for us. So thanks for helping me with my outfit. That was already very memorable for a lot of reasons. You guys were all such cool kids. I hope to see you next time. You know, we'll play shows together again. You can help me pick my outfit out. Wow, what a lovely thing to hear. No, okay, so someone else asked, the reporter's job is to read the thing on the card. So she did her job. Have I talked to the interviewer since then? No. But like I said, don't you think that was the best case scenario? Like, it was nice. I'm trying to get a nice little segue in here to be like, so, did you hear the new song? Look, to be honest, my dog ate a tea bag right before the video premiere, and I was on the phone with she's fine. It's fine. We actually have a friend who's a vet who we were able to get in touch with, and they said, like, she'd have to eat the whole box of tea bags to have anything actually bad happen to her. But anyway, I was freaking out. So I was kind of there. I was kind of half in, half out. It seemed like you enjoyed the song. I'm trying to read through your comments. I forgot that this thing doesn't like automatically scroll. It's been that long. But there's like a question bar, right? Oh, here, perfect segue. Someone said, what's your favorite Spirit Box song? I'm so glad you asked. Who the fuck am I? Dissonant Divine. My favorite Spirit Box song is No Loss, No Love. It just came out, like the music video, and then if it is midnight in the country that you live in, then it's on online now too. Bad Omens collab? Hell yeah. I'd love that. Would I say Tsunami Sea is better than your previous albums, Nordalco? It would be really strange if I didn't say that. In fact, if I didn't believe that, I would still just say that. The good thing is, I do believe that. Don't you think every artist feels like their next album is their best album? Maybe some don't. I feel like a lot of people would, though. Like, I'm so excited about it. I'm getting really stressed out, actually, because... What day is it today? Tomorrow's the 7th. So that's... Oh, my God. So tomorrow's a month till the album comes out. March 7th. So, yeah, this was the last single. You know, there's no, like, rhyme or reason. We just kind of sit there and we, like, think about it, like... Well, I don't mean to speak for the guys, but I think about it like I'm at a baseball game and the bases are loaded, and I'm trying to get every base loaded, and so that way when the album comes out and it's a home run, we just all keep running around the dang bases. I got the soft spines on third base ready to go home. Perfect Soul's in the middle. This new little babies, they just hit to first. And then we're all going to do a home run at the end. That's kind of like my my little vision for it. Did you see the video? It's very cool. Max Moore did it, and Michael and him co-directed it, which I think is very awesome. Because... You know, Michael used to do that a lot. And I was just talking to him about this. I was like, why didn't we, like, make that a big deal that you directed our videos when we were small? And I don't know. It could be a combination of, like, maybe he didn't want to seem like he was bragging. And maybe it, like, made us feel more legitimate. Like, you know, it's like, look, we're a professional band. We paid someone to do this. It's not Michael on the iPhone. But... yeah, I'm happy that he's doing that again, and like, I honestly would like Michael to direct some more videos. This one looks so sick. I'm very happy with it. How is tour planning going? Any spoilers you can share? Well, you know how it is. Stuff changes. But as of now, you know, playing some songs that have not been played. And, it's been a lot of work, and it's been really fun. But soon we're gonna like rehearse with like the full production and have it all come together. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm sorry, I'm kind of boring right now. I truly am reading all these. Is there anyone surprising at the Grammys that listens to you guys? I don't know. That's a really good question. I wish I knew the answer to that. I got really excited because the lady that won Best Metal Performance Grammy, you know, I met her that day, and then I talked to her later, and, you know, with Gojira, the mezzo-soprano, and she said that she liked our band. So I was really excited about that, because she is actually, of course, she's like a really famous, successful soprano, and she's French, but I was talking to her. She also has been in metal bands for like 10 years of her life, so she does... You know, she's had a very interesting career, and she loves metal music and is a metal musician, so I thought that was awesome. Oh, the nails? Well, please be gentle. I have to get them redone tomorrow. There's the self-deprecation again. They look really cool. I just, see, each one is different. And that is by my nail tech, Acacia. Her Instagram is Get Clawed by Acacia. She's in Los Angeles. If you like gel X or acrylic and cool shit, you should really go see her if you are around here. She's amazing. The Grammys are just popularity based. funny enough, they are, but they're not, because only other musicians that are in the Academy can vote. So basically, the hope is that whatever your category is, you hope that the people that are allowed to vote in your category, meaning they're like your peers, hopefully they, like if you were to line them all up, you hope that the makeup of them is the same makeup of like your listenership, like the data of your listenership. And, usually like who gets nominated usually like reflects like the demographic of the people that are in that part of the Academy. So it's weird because it's like, it's a popularity contest, but it's not like based on numbers and stuff. And like, I always hear everyone be like, monthly listeners. It's not about that. It's like, I get to vote too, and I if I feel really compelled about something, I'll go and I'll find that name and I'll vote for it. And then same with like the final, like we all vote again. And at the Grammys, they were saying that there's like 13,000 members now. Don't know how many vote like in our category, but so there's been other years where there's been like some crazy upsets technically, like you're like, who is this guy winning? I remember when like back when I think it was, I don't know if it was Lemonade or like Beyonce's self-titled album. Maybe it was Beyonce's self-titled album, and it was like Beck won. And it was just this, I don't even remember what that album was called. Obviously I was young, didn't really know a lot of people that listened to Beck, but like, that was like really shocking. But I'm sure in the industry, there's like a ton of people who were all like really into it. So it's hard to say. I'm here, why don't you come there? Look, I'm like really petty about this, okay? I looked it up. And there are 300 major cities in the U.S. that are considered, cities, not towns. Okay? So to hit every single one of your cities, it would take 300 days of just shows, let alone the routing. What if you get to the city and there's no venue available that fits you? What? Do I go play a random arena in Idaho because my size venue isn't there just so I can play there? No. The only thing that we can do to rectify not coming to your town is we just gotta keep on touring. So this is our second ever headlining tour. Imagine our third or our fourth or our fifth or our 10th. Eventually we'll get there. No band like, I promise you, no band's like, oh, I don't want to go to that city. I've never heard anyone say that. Like, not even going to random countries and stuff. Everyone is so happy to play anywhere. I don't mean to speak for all musicians, but like I really do feel that it's all just schedule. It'd be like if you were invited to 100 weddings in the summer. Like there's gonna be some that are conflicting. You can't go to every wedding, right? But we'll be back. There's a lot of cities that I would like to play and that we've missed that because it just didn't work out for this one specific tour. But we'll be back. The only thing that ever hinders that is just an inappropriate venue size or just like that venue's not available. We'll hit you next time. First male-backed band. No, it's not male-backed. It's male-reared. We're a male-reared band. Get it right. I feel like Gaga would love Spirit Box. Ashley says that. I would love that. Lady Gaga looked so cool at the Grammys. She had like her black hair and like bleached brows and these really cool bangs that had like this side bang like that, and she looked incredible. I would love if she liked our band. I'll look back at more of your questions. Oh yeah. So Lady Gaga's albums coming out the same day. That's interesting, huh? Like, that's really interesting. That's a really short lead up for such a big artist like that. That's really cool. I thought that Disease song, do you guys remember that? It was like, that song was like very rock. Is it not? It's like definitely, I was like, you could put, that could be on like one of the, like Octane or something. Like imagine if it was a bit more guitar driven, like more of a pickup. I was like, this is a really cool, like weird, like evil rock song. I really like it. Why isn't metal in the main show? I don't know. You know, if they had every category in the main show, I think it was. I think like probably back when Metallica was first out. Maybe I'm wrong. I swear that it was on the main telecast, but that thing would be like 8 hours long if they had all these. And again, maybe I'm wrong. Don't quote me, but I think last year, like, I was very shocked that they didn't have best rap out. Maybe they have rap song in there or rap. Anyway, they don't even have all the rap ones in there. Most of the rap ones and the R&B ones, a lot of them were during the first ceremony, which I find that to be very surprising. And a couple country ones as well, like country, I forget, maybe country duet. Anyway, some pretty big ones are during that one. But, you know, we're as small as we are. So, like, the more we all try to get more bands to submit for the Grammys, and then maybe there's more metal awards. Maybe it could be on TV someday. I think that would be really cool, but I can't imagine it being any more scary. Like, imagine being on stage, or having to go up on like stage and have all these cameras like going in your face like that. Fall said, well, Beck did everything on his record. Beyonce just sang. You know what? I watched Mad Max Fury Road over the course of the last few nights. I like to watch movies when I go to bed. And as Mad Max says, when he sees that naked lady up in that thing, and they're like, oh no, that lady's hurt. That's bait. And I saw that meme happen again on my, I watched it on my iPhone like a absolute criminal, you know, just like lay in my bed and I fall asleep like that. What's his face? The frickin' Bane man. What's his name? Tom Hardy. That's bait. And I'm not going to fall for that. Have a blessed day. What country do you want to perform in that you haven't been to yet? Japan. I love Japan, and I haven't been there since 2012. And I want to go back to Japan. I've never performed there with Spirit Box. I performed there in my old band, and we loved it. Again, you know, I don't really go on here very much, so if you have any more album questions, this might be the last time I chat to you about it. So any other questions, drop them in that question box, though. It's so overwhelming, everyone asking me this stuff. Can we think about No Lost, No Love as the angel? People like a slower song isn't heavy to you. I don't know. I don't want to spoil it for you, but I think that there's like 2 other songs in there that you would consider to be like very scary. Like very, very scary. Thank you to all of you that is going to travel. How early do you get to the venue to prepare for the show? Well, it depends how big your show is. So like if you have, you know, big production, all these people, like they probably start loading everything in at like 8 in the morning or 9 in the morning. And then if you're, you know, in a really, really big production, they might even start loading in and getting ready the night before, or like 6 a.m. if they're in like a big arena. Oh, you know what is cool? I just saw someone asking. I can't believe I'm saying this out loud. We shot that video on January 20th. Like, that was like 2 days ago. I cannot believe it. Max is crazy. He had this, like, I think because he and Michael really, like, really laid it all out. So if everything went exactly as planned, it would all be good. And it was the only day that we could do it because we've been like rehearsing all this time. That's farm to table right there. Isn't it? Like, that's crazy. He did that so fast. I think he and Michael were happy with the second edit. Like, I think, let's say we shot it on a Tuesday or a Monday, like, that weekend, we were like, yep, that's it. Like, before the Grammys, we were like, it's done. Way before then. So, that was crazy. That was a whirlwind, but it worked great. Oh, so many Lady Gaga fans in here talking about Lady Gaga. I like that. I'm glad that you guys agree with me. I thought that chorus is so cool and, like, hypnotizing. I'm just patiently reading. I'm trying to give everyone a chance. I really like someone. I didn't catch your name. Aaron, you said, let me find you. You said, Tsunami Sea music videos are giving me the Lighthouse movie vibes. I like that. Because that movie is so off-putting. I'm actually going to rewatch that. I watch a ton of movies on tour. What's that? What's his face? The Eggers, right? That movie is so off-putting because I love, like, all his other movies. They're so, like, that are big famous ones. They're so grand and, like, there's these huge sweeping things. But that one is so, like, every shot is so stressful to me. It's, like, so intimate and, like, the camera doesn't move very much. And I love the, like, the color grade and the cinematography of that movie. It makes everything more, like, kooky and tense, right? So I really appreciate that because, I don't know, that movie being in black and white, all the movement in it, like, stresses me out. So I think that, you know, this being black and white, not only does it go thematically with what, you know, lyrically what I'm talking about in this album, but it's kind of like, I don't know if any of you have looked into or, like, read anything about me talking about it, but it's kind of like an ebb and flow being called back to the island where Michael and I grew up, and where sometimes we feel like we escaped it and sometimes we feel like we abandoned it, you know, like, depending on how you're feeling. It's like this cyclical thing. So, like, depending on the day, I'm like, I escaped living there, and then other days I'm like, I miss it so much and I abandoned living there, and I abandoned getting to live with my family and stuff. And so that's kind of like that cycle where that's how our band started out. We started out doing all our things in black and white. And funny enough, now I think about it, I remember Michael had blonde hair in our first photo shoot. He has blonde hair now. And I have dark hair again. Well, you know, you can't normally see all this. This is like the underside normally. So I thought it all has meaning. Like, everything is symbolic to us. I think it makes us, it's like a challenge, and it helps. Everything you see is symbolic. It helps us, I don't know, it's hard for us to explain how we feel as people, and sometimes all these little things help us, like, convey who we are to you. Easier than me trying to tell you, if that makes sense. Oh, that's such a great Hickama Sticks. You love the heavy stuff, but you love Constance. It brings you to tears. Thank you. That's very sweet. Is there a song on the album that you think will make people feel like that? I think so. I like, you know, I I I view this as a selling point. There's a lot of songs on the album that I find to be very sad, and like they were very, I almost said lethargic. It was very cathartic to sing them, like, because I had them in my head, and to get to sing those ideas out loud and kind of like channel the emotion that I was feeling when writing those lyrics. It was like, like when something it makes you cry and it makes you sad, but it kind of makes you, it's like a release almost. Kind of feels like that. I think that there'll be some things that make you sad, but I hope there's also some parts that are like melancholy in the sense that they're like, you feel a little like romantic and hopeful, Would you want to do Holy Roller with Emma again on tour? Hell yeah, I would. I'm going to just have Emma do it, and I'm going to just go sit down. I loved doing that with Emma. And I'm really looking forward to touring with Emma again. I should do a letterbox. We should do a Spirit Box letterbox. Because number one, I have a lot to say. Number two, I'm sure some of you are aware that we have like Zebulon Y2K Man, our drummer, being much younger than us. We have like a list of movies that he never saw that we watched together. It's so sick too. Like he sits there, he doesn't go on his phone, he just watches the movie, and I've gotten to watch him like see like the twist in the movie Seven and the twist in Fight Club and The Sixth Sense and like all those twists and like the big moment, The Matrix. Like it's been so cool. I'm not trying to put you on blast that you have. It's not his fault. He just. And then there's some random ones where I cannot believe that he's seen it. I'm like, you've never seen this one? He's like, yeah, I've seen it 5 times. I'm Y2K Man. I love drums and paradiddles. Let me look for a couple more questions. And then I gotta go. I gotta eat some din din. Someone asked if there'll be deep cuts in the set list. I think that you would consider one of them a deep cut. 2 of them. I'm looking through. These are some very good questions. Is there going to be a VIP package? I know, a good thing you did the in quotes for the tour. Not in the traditional metalcore guy sense. But again, I'm like, if I can't give you guys a great experience, I'm not going to stand up there and take your money and then like do a step and repeat and then be like, bye. I want you to have a nice experience. So I can't give that to you. I'm like perpetually on vocal rest for all time. So, maybe someday I'll be able to do all this and talk all day, but right now I need to really, really, really focus on keeping my voice healthy. But we'll do some cool little thing. Like something that's memorable, something that you can keep and that you can only get from that show. But we just wanted to make it perfect before we show you. We'll show you soon. Like very, very soon. Very good questions. I'll answer a few more. You know what? This one isn't to do with the album, but I'm just very proud of my manager. So I will say, Jim asked if we're still on Rock Nation. My manager and his partners actually all just announced today they have their whole new thing that they've been working very hard on. It's with a bunch of incredible people. And so I'm very, very proud of them. It's called Culture Wave. And so now, bye to the rock, hello to the wave. And I'm very, very proud of them because I think, it's really ballsy to go out and do your own thing and make your own, your own statement and not rely on anyone else. So they're going it alone, and we're very, very proud of them. Well, let me answer one more thing. I'm really happy. I really, really appreciate... Oh, I gotta go. Daddy, I really appreciate all of you watching the video, listening to the song. I really hope you like it. And it was lovely to see you again. Time for me to go to dinner. My friends are here. Bye-bye.